Welcome to Wind Down Wednesdays. I'm Sonia Scorsone.
And I'm Roni Porter. And today we're going to be talking about some issues found in home inspections. We've had a lot of home inspections here lately, yes. And there are some common things that I've been finding that from the home inspections. Like foundation.
Okay.
I really think you need to check your cracks. I mean, go around and check your foundation cracks.
Good to clarify that one.
I couldn't wait to say that. But go ahead and check your foundation cracks, and if there's a crack in your foundation, repair it before we get to the home inspection. And basement water intrusion, you want to make sure you resolve that before a home inspection.
It could be a huge issue.
It could be huge, and if your floors are uneven, you may want to repair that, the best that you can before we go to home inspection.
It's also good to check with the electrical in the home. Make sure the outlets, the GFCIS are all working properly. And check your light bulbs, because sometimes a bulb is out, the inspectors don't bring the bulbs to test that out, and then they think it's an electrical problem when really it's just needing a light bulb.
Yeah, so change all the light bulbs that are out. So that's easy, very easy. And this might be a pet peeve to me, but I think you should walk around and see if you have any of those pests. Spiders, if you know what a termite looks like, whatever, but check for those pests and get it treated now, because sometimes people get a little creeped out about those little crawly things.
Yeah, and worry about the structure of the house.
Oh
long term.
Yeah, if you have termites.
Also, make sure those doors open and close properly and they lock properly, and then also check the garage doors that the whole system's working well. You don't want anybody to get squished. And you don't want the cars to get squished.
No,
those inspectors will let you know if that's a possibility.
Yeah.
So check that out, making sure it's working well.
And folks, I know we've talked about this before, but these smoke detectors and the carbon monoxide detectors, make sure the batteries are changed and that they're working correctly. Because again, Mr. Home Inspector is not going to have a battery to put up in there and say, oh, it's just the battery. He marks that it's broken.
Right.
So make sure that that's working.
And then also the windows that you have, make sure they don't have cracks in them. The window panes aren't fogged, because that happens a lot, and that'll come up. So check those windows, making sure they're opening and closing smoothly.
And no fog, because that's a very easy thing to fix.
Replacing
you just
the window
call the
panes,
glass guy, and he
out.
fixes it.
Yeah.
So make sure you do that. Water and plumbing. Make sure you fix your leaky faucets. I mean, most of the time it's just a little washer. I mean, I could even do that.
And look underneath the sink too, and under the cabinet, because sometimes people don't realize that it is leaking.
Yeah, it could be leaking, and then you could have mold under there, and that really that scares a buyer. So you want to make sure you check those things before you go to a home inspection, I think.
Also, a good idea to have that HVAC system checked out. Call your specialist, have them come over and take a look, change those filters, and see if there are any problems that maybe you're not aware of. Go ahead and get it taken care of ahead of time. Well, those are just a few things that come up during a home inspection, so we hope those tips were helpful.
Yes, and join us next week for Wind Down Wednesday. Cheers!
Cheers.